Okay, in this video, we've downloaded a copy of our patterns for brief with attached leggings from our website. See, it says make two. We're going to make two of those. I'll show you how to do that. We strongly suggest that you check out our companion ebook and our instructional video, and then you'll know how to do all this and get familiar with it. Okay, so we're going to take our pattern, brief and tights. If you want to enlarge it to make a life-size one, the instructions for those are given in the ebook. And so we're going to take these, we're going to rough cut them. I've got them laid out on this board so I don't damage our table. And you notice it's got all the alignment marks, all the instructions on the sheet. So we're going to get started. This is our box cutter. We're going to rough cut around the edge. See, we're not following the lines. We just want to get this piece out of the sheet. Set it aside. We'll cut the footy legging. It's a little sloppy cut, but it does the job. Incidentally, do not use a dull knife. Use a sharp one. There, we've got our pieces. We'll set the rest of the instruction sheet aside. And this is cardstock. We're going to take our glue stick, which you can buy at any 99, any office supply, Big Lots, any of those, and apply it on the back. You can barely see the tracing outline of the pattern. Apply the glue stick. Make sure you get it right on that line and a little bit outside and inside. So we're going to turn it over, apply it to our cardstock, paste it on there, make sure there's no wrinkles or bubbles, and we're going to let that dry for a couple of seconds while we take the brief. Same thing, trace around the outside. You folks can barely see the outline through the sheet of paper. Go around the edge where the pattern is, and we've applied our glue stick, so we're going to turn it over and add that to our piece, just like that. And we're done using our glue stick. Cap that, put it out of the way. Okay, so you can also use these manila folders. If you're lucky enough to work in an office, or you know somebody who does, and they're always throwing out manila folders that are clean, don't have any creases in them, they are excellent for this same purpose. But we've got this piece of cardstock, so we're going to use that. Now this is the dangerous part. We take our knife, trace as close as possible to our lines, trace inside this leg opening, the hip, and we turn it a bit, cut the waist, and turn it again, cut the other hip and the other leg opening. Carefully trace this curve, cut the other hip, the other waistline. Incidentally, this piece has no definite front or back. And we just pull the piece loose, and there it is. Leg openings, alignment marks, everything. So we've got our brief. And now we're going to cut out the footy legging. You notice it has these broken lines along it if you want to make a pair of bike shorts or capris for your doll. We're going to trace around with the knife, around the hip and the leg opening, down the leg, all the way to the foot, and cut the toe out. It would help if I turned this card a bit, but that's pretty well got it. Okay, the toe is free, so we're going to turn it around and we're going to cut out the other hip. Okay, cut around this curve. You can use a scissor if you feel safer doing that. And there it is. There's the pattern for the footed legging. So we are going to take that, and we just happen to have some starch treated cloth, some of our Lycra. And we've got our white pencil that we're going to bring in. We take the footed legging pattern and just decide that we're going to make this a full footed legging. So we start, draw the outline on the other side, draw in the toe. You can see this other side of the fabric is the right side. The side we're drawing on is the wrong side. See, I'm drawing in the alignment marks. You're going to need those. And there's our midline. See, draw in this alignment mark, draw in this one and the third one, and that will show you how to line the whole thing up so it goes together properly. Now we're going to do the brief after we do the other legging. See, you've got the instructions that are still on the sheet. So we're going to take the legging pattern, do the same thing. This is really handy using cardstock because you can use these to make hundreds of cutouts. And we use the white pencil that we got from an art supply. Draw in our alignment marks. Never forget those. So 1, 2, 3, and these are the footed leggings. These will fit an 11.5-inch fashion doll. Now we'll do the brief. Set the pattern on the cloth, hold it in place, waistline, the hip, down one leg opening, the other hip, the other leg opening, hip, hip, and the other end of the waistline, and draw in our alignment marks in the center. These are really important. Do not forget them. So we've got the alignment marks drawn in. Those are going to line up with the outside seam of the tights. Now this is very important. If you're not sure about this, watch our other video. It explains the whole process, how to do this. So now we've got our footed tights pattern complete with the brief ready to cut out.